Good evening all, welcome to the post-match press conference of Roberto Martínez. We start with Frederik Breus from L'Avenir. Frederik.
Hello, coach.
Hi, Frederik.
What's your feeling after this defeat? And in the beginning of the game, we saw that the players speak a lot with you about the organization of the team. What was it?
Well, the feelings are what you can imagine, really sadness and disappointment, because I don't think these players deserve to be out of this tournament. They've done an incredible job to be prepared, to be ready, to go step by step every day from the beginning of the tournament. And unfortunately today we faced a very good side. I thought it was two very good teams in this knockout phase, and unfortunately the margins didn't go in our favor. First half, Italy adapted better to the game, I felt, but we never lost our thread. We created enough opportunities on the counter-attack, but not in our normal play. But I thought we had a real focus in the second half and a real intention, and we created the chances to get that second goal. That probably it would have given us a good momentum. But I've got no one single bit of disappointment for the lack of the attitude or the work rate of the players. The players, they've been magnificent, and if anything, I'm just extremely sad for them because they don't deserve to be out of the tournament after the application throughout the tournament.
Okay, Fred. Bart Laga, Nieuwsblad. Bart Laga. Voorlopig niet. Then we go to Andrea Elefante, Italy. Andrea Elefante. Streaming is disconnected. Marco Conterio, Tutto Mercato Web. Marco Conterio.
Here I am. What do you think, Ms. Martinez, about Italy? How did they play? The way also they did play defensively on Romelu Lukaku, for example, Chiellini. Did you expect this kind of game by Chiellini and Romelu? Thank you.
Well, of course, I think Italy, what we've seen of Italy is this team that has been growing in the last months, and they've been with a real momentum, a very strong mindset, a lot of confidence, and is a team that is enjoying what they're doing. You can see it, the victories are building a lot of strength, and I think today is allow them to start the first half better than we did, and that could be the biggest difference. I think the second half we got into the game better, and at that point we saw that we could create chances, and we were very unfortunate not to get that second goal, that it could have been very different. But you have to congratulate Italy, and they deserve to go through, and now we wish them well.
Okay, grazie. Jonas Bernard.
Good evening, Coach.
Hi, Jonas.
When did you decide to put Jeremy Doku on the field, and what did you think about his game? Thank you.
Well, I think Jeremy has been growing in the camp, and probably the last 3 days I would say that he showed that he was ready. As you saw today, I think he looked a player with an incredible energy and the quality on the 1v1 situation. In match 5 in a tournament of this demands, I think it was clear that he could have that energy that we could use really well. And I saw him really focused. He took very little to get into the pace of the game, and he never looked a young player in that game. I don't think the occasion got to him at all. Only players with exceptional quality can do what he's done, but we were totally convinced that he could do that. He won a good penalty, he was always a real threat, and he showed a real maturity to be able to be himself throughout the 90 minutes.
Oké, merci. Bart Laga, nieuwe poging. Bart Laga, Nieuwsblad.
Roberto, I give it a try. Could you tell us what it was the factor on this tournament of having the injuries with Eden Hazard and Kevin De Bruyne? How big of a factor was it in your opinion? And also, you started and you just explained why you started Jeremy Doku, but why didn't, for instance, Carrasco not come into this game?
No, I think obviously the situation with Axel and Kevin and Eden going to the tournament, I think we managed it very, very well, and you could see the attitude of the players. They started to grow into the tournament, and they've been a real bonus. They really help us from the moment that they could be on the pitch. Obviously, injuries happen, and it's unfortunate that Eden couldn't be on the pitch with us, but it was exemplary to see Kevin De Bruyne getting through whatever he would to get 90 minutes with his national team and showing that he was ready to help the group. So I think for every Red Devil fan, it's a real pride and understanding that these players, they did everything they could to try to get what we wanted to get. And unfortunately today we faced a very good team, and two good teams, their small margins went for them, and that's a small difference, and that happens in football. In terms of Yannick Carrasco, we all know he's got a real role in this group. Today, the actions of 1v1 and trying to stretch the team, it was for Jeremy Doku, and it would have been Yannick was the option to come on for Jeremy if he wasn't finishing the 90 minutes. It was the same role to try to use in that setup, and we had other players doing other roles in the attacking patterns, and that's why Dries Mertens came in. It was more a case of profiles in what was needed in the game.
Okay, thanks Bart. Frederik Bleus nog. Fred?
Yes, coach. Maybe it's difficult to answer after this question after a game, but what do you want to do with this team? Do you want to go with the Nations League, with the World Cup? What will be your future?
Well, obviously, I don't. This is a moment that is very, very difficult to speak anything else than the defeat, and that we are out of the Euros. As I say, at the moment, it's still too raw, and I don't want to say anything that it could be emotional. At the moment, all I want to do is look back into this tournament, and I would say that the players done nothing wrong. It's the opposite. They did everything they could to get us as far as we can, and now is the time to analyze and to assess. But at the moment, the feelings of disappointment and sadness, unfortunately, is what is in my head now.
Okay, thanks. We have one more. Maurizio Pizzoferrato, Agenzia Aerea.
Come mi sentite?
Sì.
Yes.
Io volevo solo sapere il suo stato d'animo in questo momento, proprio da grande allenatore, da grande CT, comunque di una grande nazionale, perché comunque le sconfitte possono arrivare, il calcio è bello anche o brutto anche per questo, però ecco la sua sensazione stasera, forse non se l'aspettava così.
Well, I think is the feeling that you get in football, that it can be cruel at times, but we all know that only one team can win it. One team could progress today, and we've seen two very good teams, two teams with 14 straight wins in these Euros, and the record had to break somewhere, and unfortunately it was with us. The margins are as small as the ball getting in the back of the net in the second half, as we saw, or not. And sometimes that happens. Luck plays a big part as well. And unfortunately, we were in the wrong side. And you have to congratulate Italy. They did everything they could to try to win the game. And we wish them well. But for us, it's the real feeling of sadness. But we gave everything that we could. I couldn't be prouder of my players and the staff. Everything in this tournament has been fantastic, and the application and dedication of everyone has been of the highest level. So from here, we need to just share those sad feelings and try to move on, growing from this experience.
Okay. Thanks all. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
That was it for tonight. Bye-bye.